All right, we're going to start creating our chess piece, our pawn. This is going to be a small piece created in Onshape. So in Onshape, we're going to go ahead to create in the blue block in the upper left-hand corner, create a new document, and we'll call it pawn. So if you're whatever class you are, 7th grade 1, 7th 2, 8 1, 8 2, 6 1, 6 2, whatever class you are, I'll put 7 1 pawn in there for the name. Create. And it opens up, as always. We'll see those three planes, the front view, the top plane, and the right plane. Those planes are there. I can use the right click button and rotate them around. And then we have that cube in the upper right-hand corner. So I can just click on front with my left click and boom, it's flat like a piece of paper. That plane is laying there. And I'm going to hide the right plane by hitting the eyeball over here, the top plane, and the origin. So I can now go ahead and draw and have a nice, flat, clean place to draw. I'm going to begin by making a sketch. The sketch says, where do you want to draw? What plane? I'll go ahead and select that front plane. And then on the front plane, I'll go ahead and grab my line tool. So with the line tool, I'll just start anywhere on here. Middle's fine. Click once and then drag out to the right. And then I'll click once again. Now I'm going to go ahead and go up as well. Click again and then come back a little bit, just a little bit like that. There you go. Now I'll turn my line tool off now so I can get to dimensioning. I'll go ahead and dimension once on the bottom, and that's going to be 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. Oh, so I'm in millimeters. I want to be 0.5 IN. 0.5 IN. So I'm going to go ahead into millimeters. I'm going to go into workspace units up here just so you guys can see how to do this. In workspace units, I can go up here and change millimeters to inches if needed, and then the check mark. Now I have to open up my sketch again, double click sketch 1. There you see my 0.5 for the inches here. So now I dimension again, and the side on the right here is going to be 0.25. And this top little piece here is going to be 0.1. I'm going to bring that over to the right so I can read it and see it. 0.1. And now I'm in inches, so everything's good to go. I'm going to go up to the top here, and on the left side, and I'm going to make a nice vertical, whoops, I turn my line tool back on. Nice straight line all the way up here. And I'm going to dimension this at 1.75. 1.75. And this is basically scaled off of the actual size of a pawn chess piece. Now this is also the radius. Halfway around, the chess piece is going to be circular in the bottom. So we're going to be a 1 inch across the bottom of the piece if we printed this. We currently have 1/2 here. All right, so 1.75, 0.5, 0.25, and 0.1. Those are the sizes we want to go with right now. Next tool I'm going to use is a 3-point arc. I go up here to the upper above the sketch 1 area, and I'll choose the 3-point arc. I'm going to click one time on this inside circle point there. I'm going to go up about 3/4 of the way to the top, and that looks about right there. And now I'm just going to go ahead and make my arc. That looks good. And click. And that locks it in. So I have this nice arc here for the pawn. And now I need to put the head on this as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click one time on this point. My 3-point arc tool is still active. And one time there. And I want to go ahead and make an arc. Now, if I did something like this, it would leave a dimple on the very top. So I'm going to try not to have that dimple there. I'm going to go kind of something like that where it rolls into the top piece nicely. And then I go ahead and click on it. Now I'm going to turn my tool off. This looks good. It's just a flat piece right now. So we're going to introduce a new tool now that we've created this for you. Let's see if I got this selected. There you go. Delete that. That's not needed. Okay, so I'm going to go to a new tool called Revolve. My sketch is complete. And then I'm going to find the tool called Revolve. It's right next to Extrude. Part of doing this is to learn new tools. So we use the 3-point arc and now Revolve as well. I turn on Revolve and I'm going to make a solid. It's a new piece I'm going to revolve. So it says, what sketch are you going to revolve? So I'll click on this new pawn piece that I've created. And then it wants to know the revolve axis. Where's it going to spin around? So I'm going to get that 1.75 axis. And there you go. And it goes and revolves all the way around. and makes that piece beautifully for me. That looks like a really nice pawn. I like the way that this came out. So I'm going to go ahead and hit for my revolve. I'm going to go ahead and hit the check mark and say that that's good to go. I am going to add a little chamfer on this piece, this edge right here, just to round it a little bit to match the top, just to add a little detail. I'm sorry, I had a fillet, not a chamfer. Turn the fillet tool on. I'm going to make the radius 0.25, nice small fillet, and then entity to fillet. Just get that one ring right there. Let's see, do I need to make that a little smaller or a little bigger? A little smaller, I think. I'll go 0.1. Let's see if 0.1 will work. There you go. 0.1 is good. And I hit the check mark, and it gives me a little round right there. And cool, just using another tool again. So we have fillet, revolve, and use that 3-point arc. Last thing I asked you to do is put your name on the bottom. So we'll go ahead right on the bottom. And the good thing is you guys know how to do this. So I'll go ahead and sketch again. My sketch plane is going to be this surface right here. I turn on my text tool. Go ahead and put this on here. And I'm just going to write Kevin. And you can go ahead and put your first name on there as well. It's too big. Remember, this is 1 inch across the diameter, so I'm going to have to make it less than an inch. So I'll go ahead on this tool, dimensioning on this construction line here. And it's currently 1.4. I'm going to go 0.75 to make sure I have room. Now when I turn that tool off, I should be able to drag it on there. Perfect. Look at that. And now I can extrude, remove, and as always, we just do 0.5 mm. Check mark. There you go. Name's on there. Good to go. Looks good. So based on your chess worksheet now, you're going to have to go ahead and attach this. So we can right-click on Part Studio One and export that STL file and put your name on here. So I would say Kevin pawn. This is the pawn. And it's in millimeters here, but I made it in inches, so I'm changing it from millimeters to inches, and then hit export. That downloads, save that to my desktop, and then I can go ahead to Google Classroom and I can add that as needed. Any questions, you let me know, but you'll go ahead and finish this pawn piece and attach that into Google Classroom. Good luck.